31-year-old Zanda Moyo, the ninth accused in the Thabo Bester prison escape saga, has been charged with violating a dead body, assisting an inmate to escape, and fraud. Moyo made a brief appearance in the Bloemfontein Magistrate's court after being arrested on Sunday in Johannesburg. Now, it's alleged that Moyo and Dr. Nandipha Makudumana claimed a body from the Bloemfontein mortuary, saying it was the remains of Moyo's brother, Themba Ndlovu. It has since been discovered that it was the body of Katlego Bereng. The matter has been postponed to the 20th of June for bail. Moyo will appear alongside Makudumana, Thabo Bester, and former G4S employees who've also been implicated. The ninth suspect arrested in connection with the Thabo Bester escape saga appeared before the magistrate's court in Bloemfontein today. The 31-year-old Zimbabwean national is facing a charge of assisting an inmate to escape from lawful custody, among others. He was arrested on Sunday in Johannesburg and is linked with the convicted rapist and murderer's escape from Mangaung Correctional Centre in May last year. In another court matter, the Senzo Meyiwa murder trial is expected to continue on 17 July at the High Court in Pretoria, after presiding Judge Tshiviwa Maumela was absent in court yesterday due to ill health. 5 men are currently on trial for the murder of the Bafana Bafana soccer star who was shot and killed in 2014 while at the Kelly Khumalo Vosloorus home. Now, let's get analysis on this and other court stories via Zoom by legal expert Advocate Sephiri Moshodi. That is, Advocate, thank you so much for your time this afternoon. Now, let's in fact unpack just some of the court cases, and let's start with the very latest in the Thabo Bester, escape trial. Of course, we know that police had said that a number of arrests were imminent. So, we're not surprised by this latest arrest. But just talk to us about what we can make then of this latest arrest.
I beg your question, madam.
Can you hear me, Advocate?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you just repeat your question, ma'am? All
right. So essentially, we are looking at the Thabo Bester matter. Of course, we now know that a ninth suspect has been arrested. We knew, of course, that South African police services have been saying that they are investigating this thoroughly. A number of people being, due to be arrested, that was imminent. Just talk to us about this latest arrest and what this means for this case in particular.
Well, thanks for having me, and then greetings to all your viewers. When it comes to this matter of Thabo Bester and Dr. Nandipha, regard must be had to the fact that, of course, there are so many people that are involved in this case. And I'm definitely sure that the police will get to the bottom of the matter. As you know that today, there was an appearance of one Mr. Moyo, and you would recall that the manner in which Thabo Bester escaped from the prison, he could not have done that alone on his own. There were other people who actually assisted in that particular regard. And when we go further and look at the facts, you would also realize that one Mr. Moyo came to one of the institutions or one of the mortuary facilities in Free State, accompanying Dr. Nandipha to claim a particular corpse there. So I think there's more still to come in as far as this case is concerned. Thank you.
There's so many other things that are happening on the sidelines of this case. Of course, we know that Nandipha Makudumana also has her own application and her own processes taking place. We're also hearing of people coming out, to say that they were in fact defrauded by Nandipha Makudumana as well as Thabo Bester. And we know that he had several aliases as well in of course, trapping some of his victims. Just how will these impact on the actual case?
Let me rather answer your question in this fashion. Look, there are processes. Remember, Dr. Nandipa, instead of applying for a bail application, she opted to actually challenge the legality of her arrest. And I think that was also a strategy on the part of the legal team that represent Dr. Nandipa Magudibana. But all what I can say is that I repeat, more is still to come in as far as this is concerned.
All right, let's now look at the Senzo Meyiwa case. You know, yet another postponement in this murder trial. The trial now postponed to the 17th of July due to Judge Maumela not feeling well. You know, of course, a big blow to the family and a big blow to South Africans. You know, what impact does this delay have on this trial?
Let me just explain this. You know, there's the maxim that says justice denied, justice delayed. This will really impact negatively on the family of the Meyiwa. And the other thing is that when you look at this thing, of the judge being put off sick at a time when people expected that at least there's a progress in as far as this case is concerned. It is quite really worrying. Remember, there was an advocate for Malesela, and I've got it on authority that Advocate Malesela did lodge a complaint at the Judicial Service Commission regarding the conduct of the judge, sitting judge in that particular case, as well as the deputy judge president there. So it's not surprising that all of a sudden we told that the presiding judge is sick. There's more on that. I may not want to comment further than that, but if a person is sick, is sick. But the fact of the matter is that if this is the situation, then it means the Meyiwa family will not be able to get the justice that they've been yearning for in as far as this particular case is concerned. But the problem is, it's not only in the public interest, but there are a lot of people who are following this case. And in our country, we rely on our justice system to work for all of us, and all of us to be treated equally in as far as justice is concerned. But when it comes to Meyiwa case, there are a lot of things that are happening there. I may argue that if there comes a situation where somebody applies for the recusal of that particular presiding officer, it will obviously vitiate that particular case, and those people who are interested in seeing justice being done in as far as that is concerned. And it's pathetic.
Advocate, thank you so much for your time and your analysis. Advocate Sephiri Moshodi there, just unpacking some of the two most prominent cases being heard in our courts in South Africa.